Welcome to the Real CP Show. I'm your host, CP. And today's topic, the Tracee Ellis Ross Ingrained Hypocrisy and dating younger guys and other ones within certain womanism, certain type of sister of chaos ones that feel it's okay to date younger guys, but if it's black males, older black males that date younger, legal aged women, then for some reason it's a freaking problem. And it's getting worse. It's getting worse of the demonic miscegenaryness of the anti-maleness and the anti-blackness with the miscegenary mixed in toward numbers of black males, the hatred by numbers of certain women within the Panamese culture, but the primary hatred toward numbers of black males are women within various sections of American black womanism, with very few exceptions. And the hypocrisy is very real. Because think about the Tracee Ellis Ross situation. Oh, by the way, Tracee Ross or Tracy Rubenstein. What are you talking about? Yes. Tracy Rubenstein. Oh, see, there are some people who may not have heard about that. She's the produced from Diana Ross, the iconic black woman from the Supremes, the great Supremes black woman singer group. Easily one of the top 10 to 15 women's groups, black women's groups of all time. And she went solo and continued to be successful and everything. But relating to Tracy Rubenstein, Tracy's Ross' father was Robert Ellis Rubenstein. But some people are like, oh, no, don't do the Rubenstein. She just take the Ellis. So Tracee Ellis Ross. Because would she have gotten the Blackish sitcom, right? One of the main characters for years of the seasons? Would she have got in the Girlfriend sitcom that lasted for seasons? Oh, she wouldn't have got that if it was Tracy Rubenstein. You see how that goes, right? But the point I'm making is that there has been hypocrisy going on with Tracee Ellis Ross and her like-minded Sister of Chaos members. But before I get into that, let me go ahead and show this particular, starting off with, give me a second. You can see that part. Okay. Why modern dating is terrible. Watch the games in this article. I'm going to read just a few minutes of it. Earlier this year, I wrote a long post about dating. But truth be said, modern dating in the developed world is terrible. Especially if you're looking for something serious and long term, right? Tracee Ellis Ross and some of these other older, some of the black women, the one this applies to, that think now they're in their 50s and 60s, they think now that they are supposed to be still some kind of prize. And especially black males are supposed to keep sweating them. I don't think so at all. And they don't like that. And they try to play little shaming infantile tactics. That's demonic stuff. Because who don't have the right to tell black males, I'm not talking about coons and sellouts, No right to tell black males who they supposed to date, who they supposed to get into relationships with, or who to get in dating with, or who to sit there and just engage in consensualness as long as they are legal, that woman's legal. No, who the has the right to tell black men who they supposed to date? They're gonna get it twisted. It is the black male that within various sections of Americanism under the system of chaos, right? Certain women, American black womenism, the ones that applies to, are trying to sit there and act like that they control black males. But what's the thing called? My body, my choice. You can't tell a woman what to do. You can't tell a black woman what to do, but that don't apply when it's dealing with black males. Well, we can tell a black man what to do with his body. We can tell the black male what he's supposed to do with his money. We're supposed to tell a black male who he's supposed to date. And unfortunately, there are quite a number of black males who tolerate this disrespect. Say ignoring it by itself does not make it go away what they're doing. And it's only but a few numbers of black males who are calling them out, and they don't like it. Let's continue. Statistics don't lie. The average age of marriage has risen to over 30 in most developed nations. More than half of all marriages end in divorce. Birth rates are at all-time low. 2/3 of young men and 1/3 of young women aged 18 to 29 alone in the U.S. First of all, people, don't believe that bull. You have to watch these little feminism tropes, right? It ain't 2/3 of young men sitting around their houses or apartments, whatever they're doing, just sit back, playing games, watch TV. They're so lonely. No, it's 2/3. However, certain ones within those 2/3 are sitting there being single, and they're so not trying to jump into relationships. They're not lonely. They're just sitting there single and not dealing with the hassle. And the 1/3 young women, that is bull crap. It is beyond more than that. That there's young women that have no guidance from numbers of older certain women within the Panamanian culture who are beginning more and more or having more and more feminism, right? Trying to control their own cultures. And they're doing a fantastic job with that, by the way. Which then it goes into more of the black feminism who thinks they are part of white feminists, right? Getting messed over left and right. But 1/3 of young women, what is that supposed to mean? That can be 18 to 23, 24. That can be 18 to 30. See, you see how they play that little minimizing game and sleight of hand game. 1/3 of young women, age 18. I'm sorry, it does say 18 to 29 are lonely. But the point is that, first of all, when you say young women, somebody that's 28, 29 is not considered young per se, right? Per se. But the point I'm making is that many of them are lonely because they sit there and want to also, or they don't know what direction to go in their relationships. They have no clue. Because again, there's no guidance from a lot of the older black women once applies to, and certainly not a type of guidance from certain numbers of women within certain parts of Panamanian culture who are trying to control their males, right, in Panamanian culture. Sexlessness is rising sharply as well. Whole different topic in itself. They call this also, especially get older, sexless marriages, especially call them gray divorces. Around 50-something years, you have even more women that are sitting there divorcing numbers of males that get older. And as more males get older, the more dependent they are upon numbers of women more. Right? And those numbers of older women, 50-something plus, they want to sit there and act like that they're young. Right? And don't want to have any older guy trying to tell them what to do, which Tracee Ellis Ross and some other ones. The pockets are with them that they can sit there and say they want to date or they date younger males. Tracee Ellis Ross and some other women, I get to in a little bit, they want to be able to date who they want to date. preferably younger males. Out their freaking mouth. Tracee Ellis Ross talking about she likes to date younger males. But when older male, let's say he's in his 50s or 60s, he dates a younger woman, legal age woman, he's creepy. And you like say you like say Sister of Chaos members, older ones, and those are women within certain parts of his culture. So it's okay if you ought to date younger males, but when black males, the ones who do date younger women legally, 18 and above, then it's they creepy. What do you got to say about that? This is what they do. Exit station lab. Yeah, what do you mean? What do they do again? They do this. Exit station lab. Yes. They go real fast out there. They don't want to talk about their reality of their hypocrisy, right? But let's just go back. Let me make sure it's still. Let me remove that so I can go back and read. Make sure I got that. Hold on. Hold on. Let me go back. I gotta stop sharing that. Let me go back. I gotta go back and reshare this again. Give me 1 second. Let me go back and reshare this again. The screen. Okay. Make sure that can be solved. Okay. So it talks about how sexlessness is rising sharply as well. More and more people, about 20%, are reporting having no close relationships at all. Now, before I get into specifics of why this is happening, I want to address a common sentiment that some people have on the internet. They want to go back to the good old days, i.e., the early 20th century or early, when dating and relationships were supposedly easily, especially for men, as if men were just sitting around just having a good time and no problems going on whatsoever, and the women's just getting pressed left and right by these bad males. Right, okay. But back then, as if that's hundreds of years ago, right? But back then, women didn't have nearly the amount of social and economic power today. Is that right? The most college debt, numbers of women, especially numbers of black women on some of the has just as high percentage on mental head prescriptions, just as high as any other woman in America, has the most college debt, complains the most, more than, well, not as much as certain women within certain part of economic culture, but close to it. But but shows the most attitude and the most hatred for their own males. Is numbers of black women, the one this applies to. And the system loves it, right? But you got those feminists and black feminists, they don't want to talk about that part, right? Their accountability part, or their no accountability part, right? So they had to find a guy early on, get married, and have children. Many women have to stay in abusive, often violent marriages just to get by. So they would be able to support themselves. So they wouldn't be able to support themselves otherwise, or would be seen as social outcasts. Today, women can actually support themselves, which gives them a choice of whether to be in a relationship and who to date. What does that say? Today, women can actually support themselves as if they can support themselves whatsoever in the 20th century whatsoever, right? You see how that little white lie disgusting tactic is? Which gives them a choice of whether to be in a relationship and who to date. I believe is a good thing. Now, stopping right there and relating to this topic. Isn't it interesting on that last part of the topic, who to date that these women can do, but at the same time, when males within sections of the polyamorous culture want to date younger males, or younger women, excuse me, they're creased. But when black males, if they decide to date, the ones who do date numbers of women that are younger and legal, they're creepy, right? But numbers of women within polyamorous culture can date who they want to date. Numbers of Sister of Chaos, black women, the ones applies to, they can date who they want to date. Like Tracee Ellis Ross saying they date younger males. You see how this hypocrisy is, and they know it. And again, it's not enough black males. It's not enough to checkmate these black women feminists. I'm not talking about arguing with them. That's irrelevant because they're not going to change that. Give a dang about them changing nothing. It's about more black women, black males calling their nonsense out. It's a few black males that are doing it, but numbers of other black males, like, I don't care about them. It's nothing wrong with ignoring numbers of the sister of cast nonsense, but there are more numbers of black males that have to sit there and checkmate this nonsense because it's getting out of control. So to set that dynamic up, right, which you heard the last part, let me play this particular video. Let me go ahead and start and get into the good numbers of things that also I'm going to show. But look at this particular image. It's funny, but it's not funny, but it's true. I hope the good males truly don't realize my hypocrisy and other women like me are doing. Yes, their hypocrisy is very strong, right? It's strong. So let me stop the comment part. So let me go into this particular, starting off these particular videos. And just remember, look at this as the hypocrisy that certain numbers of women within the phenomenal culture have, and the ones applies to, or who they can date when they want to date. If they want to date younger males, they can date younger males. But notice this. You don't sit there and hear a lot of women within various sections of phenomenal culture in America out there just bashing the freak out of their males. They do it. Oh, they're all the masses doing that. But at the way they do it, it's not on they don't do it the same rate or same category of highness as numbers of black women within the predominant culture. I mean, black women of Sister of Chaos factions, the one who do this, which is quite a lot, right? And it's embarrassing. Because watch this for a second. Give me one second. Oh, hold on. Let me make sure. Let me share this screen here. Not that one yet. Not that one yet. Hold on. What's this for here? Oh, okay. I almost got that. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Hold on. Give me a second. What I do with that? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now keep this in mind. Now keep this in mind. Now remember Tracee Ellis Ross and her Ingrained Hypocrisy as numbers of some other older, some of these little higher echelon economic industry type women, how they are trying to lambast black males who are older, and the ones who are dating younger legal age women, they're lambasting and call them creepy. But Tracee Ellis Ross can sit there and date who she wants to date, and she said specifically, "I'm going to all that." She can date younger males. You see this hypocrisy. So listen to this for a second. This is just hold on. Give me a second here. Make sure you can see that part. Okay, good. All right, quick.
I'm here to tell you about this new app called Older Women Dating. It's an app designed for older women looking for sugar babies. So if you're a sugar baby looking for a sugar mama, make sure you join Older Women Dating today. Link down below. Hey guys, I'm here to tell you about this new app called Older Women Dating. It's an app designed for older women looking for sugar babies. So if you're a sugar baby looking for a sugar mama, make sure you join Older Women Dating today. Link down below. Hey guys, I'm here to tell you about this new app called Older Women Dating. It's an app designed for older women looking for sugar.
Now hold on for a second. Now, how is it that there is no outrage? There is no outrage from people like Tracee Ellis Ross in her 50s said, "Oh my goodness, that's creepy to have that kind of website for older women who wants to sit there and get these little sugar babies, these little younger males to date." Where is all that where is all that hypocrisy at? To sit there and say, "Oh my goodness, that's creepy." I'll show you what they're doing.
Exit station left.
Say again, what are they doing? These Tracee Ellis Ross type thought people and stuff like that. These older 50s and above who are sitting there telling people they date younger males, and it's okay for them to do it, and they're not called creepy and perv, but they have a damn donkey shit of an attitude and hypocrisy and shaming tactics, right? When numbers of black males are dating younger legal age women, then you got certain numbers of quite a number of black women, quite a number of Sister of Chaos members like that, got a problem with that. You don't tell a black male who the hell to date. He can date who he wants to damn date, as long as she's legal and it's consensual. A black male's money is a black male's choice. And more black males, they start talking like that. A black male's money is a black male's choice. You don't tell a black man what to do with his private part, his body, his damn choice. As long as, again, it's consensual with that younger legal age woman. But that's too simple, right? Because the hypocrisy of like the Tracee Ellis Rosses type people, right? 50-some years old and telling people, hey, she has no problem dating younger males. The hypocrisy of it, right? It's the hypocrisy. What else I want to go into? Because I'm going to start rocking and rolling now on this. Hold on, give me a second. Let me see what I want to play here on class. Should I go ahead and start this? No, not quite yet. Well, you know what? Give me a second here. I want to see what I want to go into. Give me one moment here. I want to see what I want to go into. Did I take that off? Oh, shucks. Give me a second here. I think I took one of those things. The picture's off. Oh, crap. You know what? Hold on. That's okay. So let me go into these other things. See, Tracee Ellis Ross, again, hypocrisy. Telling people in that particular podcast she was doing, Michelle Obama and how the other person, how she dates younger males. And you got how people saying, you go, girl. That's right. You go, girl. You date who you want to date. But when black males, the ones that do date younger legal age women, it's, oh my goodness, you're creepy. Again, you see the hypocrisy of this. And there's not enough black males to checkmate these silly localness of Sister of Chaos members, right? So let me go ahead and play. What should I go ahead and go into? You know what? Oh, you know what? Let me do this. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. Now, keep this in mind. I'm not quite ready to show some other videos, but let me just play. Let me show you some hypocrisy here. Let me show you some more hypocrisy. This right here. Now, this is another one. A very known Sister of Chaos member, right? The cougariness. Well, I call them silver cougars. They're older than the 40s and those 60-something years old. Vivica Fox, right? But look at this particular article. That's 2014. Let me make sure they can see that. Age is just a number. 50-year-old. She was 50 then. 2014, so she's around about 60 now. Age just a number. 50-year-old Vivica Fox is reportedly dating a 31-year-old Robert Richard. Vivica Fox is giving a new definition to the word cougar because according to an exclusive report from such and such place, the 50-year-old silver cougar, not just she's a silver cougar to me. The 50-year-old silver cougar actress is dating a man almost 20 years younger than her. Where is all that jumping up and down from Tracee Ellis Ross then? And some of the other ones in that category of Sister of Chaos. Huh? You see the hypocrisy of that. Trust us when we say you know who the young man is. Hold on. Trust us when we say you know who the young man is. Well, it's a picture of him. I don't know what they're talking about. Now, this is when Vivica Fox was a lot younger, right? As an adult. Very nice looking, man. She was slim. She was very nice looking, right? And again, how just like certain other women within certain type of black feminism, numbers of other women from sister of cast members, they forgot that looks fade, right? So how many good men did they bypass? Now they're in their 50s and 60s. Now they think that black males supposed to just sit back and settle now. And they think that numbers of these males, especially at those that kind of level up there, uh, making millions of dollars, gigantic six figures and stuff like that to one other non industry like that. Say ones are making several hundreds of thousands of dollars, or again in their industry, say millions of dollars. I'm giving an example. Now single, and they think that they supposed to sit there and get those kind of males sweating them and these sister of chaos members and these hypocrisy type women like Tracee Ellis, Ross, and other ones in their 50s or Vivica Fox in the 60s, that those males supposed to sweat them. The hypocrisy of this, man, the outright audacity. Going to remember about that. According to such place, the two of them met on the set of buzzed about stripper film Chocolate City, which was shot in L.A. in September. In the film, Richard plays Devin, a college student recruited to be a stripper, and Vivica Fox actually plays his mother. Well, we're supposed to guess on that. All right. This is not the first time that Vivica Fox is dating a younger man. What did it say again? This is not the first time that Vivica Fox is dating a young man. Where is the uproar? Where is the? She's a creep. She's a perv. Won't she date people her own age bracket? She was in her 50s then. What was all that outrage from Tracee Ellis, Hypocrisy Ross? Right? And some other people I'm going to show you in a second. Where's all the outrage from certain women, again, the black feminism type people? Where's numbers of the ones in the Sister of Chaos members? Where's all them at? Talking about she's creepy for dating someone. What does that say? The 50-year-old Vivica Fox is reportedly dating 31-year-old. So it was that 2 decades younger that this young man was from Vivica Fox when she was 50. Where's the creepiness? She's a perv. The hypocrisy is beyond real on that. And then when he talking about again, this is not the first time that Vivica Fox is dating a younger man. In early 2003, Vivica Fox, let me get it right. This is not the first time that Vivica Fox is dating a younger man. In early 2003, Vivica Fox, then 37, started dating a 24-year-old Washington Redskins player, Darian McCants. Late in 2003, she dated 50 Cent. She was 38 at the time, and he was 27. Now, plus or minus, because then I was looking at something else. Because they're saying Vivica Fox was 38 years old when she briefly dated 50 Cent in 2003. 50 Cent was 28 years old at the time. So, plus 1 or 2 years, here it is, because sometimes people are off a little bit on that. But let's just say 38 years old, right? She was 38 years old or 37 years old. And 50 Cent was like 27 or 28. That's still a decade younger. Where is that? Oh, she's creepy. She's a perv, right? You see how this goes, right? So let me stop that one for a second. Okay, let me stop that. Okay, let me get rid of that one then. So now let me play this particular part for a second, because I can easily show the video of Tracee Ellis Raw. That's not the issue, because I'm gonna show something else too. But again, quick, this is the other part again. Let me show this same thing again. Exclusive Celebrity Apprentice star Vivica Fox, 50, is dating actor almost 20 years her junior. But she's no beginner when it comes to dating younger men. As I said, that showed you the other article. It's like, again, where is the uproar for this? Their hypocrisy. I'll show you what they're doing again. What? Say it again. What are they doing? These are hypocrisy, the hypocritic type sister of chaos members, right? The Tracee Ellis Ross and some other, and you see the Vivica Fox, right? She's 60 years old. Sarah Cougaring, right? I'm gonna show you somebody else too in her 50s that she was sitting there dating a younger male. But again, the hypocrisy is very real, right? So again, what are these sister of chaos members doing? Right, the older ones like the Tracee Ellis Ross and the Vivica Fox and et cetera, right? The sister of chaos and the black feminists in that kind of situation as well, who think they control black males, who think older black males, especially ones that are economically doing a thing, especially in that industry, if he's single and he's making millions, that he's supposed to sweat people like them? Man, please. Yes, yes. So let me go ahead and let me start getting to some other good stuff. The time here. Whoa, who I want to play? Give me a second here. This hypocrisy is getting ridiculous now. So, I gotta do this here. Gotta do this here. I'm trying to set the direction of this hypocrisy, right? This continuous hypocrisy. What does this say here? The hypocrisy is so real. Because again, Tracee Ellis Ross, by the way, for people who don't know, Tracee Ellis Ross, right? Being married to Diana Ross, the iconic singer, actress, etc. But numbers of people don't know that her father was named Robert Ellis Rubenstein. Yes. So her dad, Tracee Ellis Ross' dad, was Robert Ellis Rubenstein. And so that would have the panache-ness, right, of saying that her name is Tracee Rubenstein. So then she would have not got into those type of black wink wink roles, right? Like on Girlfriends, the sitcom Girlfriends. She would have been on Blackish and some of these other black roles, wink wink, right? Calling herself Tracee Rubenstein. You see how that go? So she said, no. I just take the word Tracee. I'll take the name Tracee and the middle name of her father being Ellis, and I'll just take Ross. And her Donna Ross is, her mom Donna Ross, right? But again, the hypocrisy. Look at this for a second. 15 famous women. I'm not going to go into all that. That's only go in the first couple of ones. And I want you to see this hypocrisy. And it's not enough men. It's not enough men, especially within American black maleism, to call this hypocrisy out. And believe me, these things are going to spread to other different places on this globe more and more. But look at this 15 famous women who have found happiness or not with partners 15 plus years their junior. Where's the creepiness? Where's the perv conversation at? Let's look at the first one. Oh, by the way, if anybody's interested, I did a podcast on this about this hypocrisy as well in the description in this particular podcast on that. But one of the first, especially major ones I went over was Cher. Cher on her 40-year age relationship. On paper, it's kind of ridiculous, but in real life, we get along great. He's fabulous. And I don't give men qualities that they don't deserve. Where is Tracee Ellis Ross at? And not calling this creepy. Where is the Vivica Fox and Silver Cougaring age bracket people at? Saying that's creepy. Where are they at? Right? Cher and A.E. Edwards, 40-year age gap. Where is the hatred for Cher? Right? Where is those blasting old text? The conversation from Tracee Ellis Ross. Since she said, hey, you know what? She dates younger males, right? But the hypocrisy is when a black male dates a younger legal age woman, they supposed to be shamed not to date that. So they want the black male to settle, right? For older black women I'm talking about the ones that they were doing their little body counts early in their early adult lives, got these various body counts, or bypassed good males, right? Thinking they was fine and sexy more, stuff like that. Because Vivica Fox was sexy. She was a nice little thing, right? In a younger age, adult, right? Tracee Ellis Ross was nice looking too. She still ain't bad looking now. But you're like, what's her body count now? How many guys she didn't been with? But but black males supposed to settle. The older black males supposed to settle for that. And the black males, especially in certain higher industries on there, that's making millions of dollars, they supposed to sweat that? I don't think so. Right? But again, the hypocrisy is very real. But Cher and AEL was 40-year age, 40 years. And it's quietness, the hypocrisy. When they first saw the pictures of when they first saw the pictures of Cher on the music executive Alexander A.E. Ellis' arm back in 2022 in November, some people gagged because they knew him for his work in rap music and Cher and a son. Anyway, such and such. However, the initial shock of the 40-year age difference, they're currently 37 and 77 years old, was more likely what did it for most people, right? But at the same time, what year was this in? 2024. She's almost 80 years old. Where is it? She's creepy. She's a perv. From Tracee Ellis Ross and Vivica Fox and all those type of hypocritical type personnel like that. Sandra Bullock and Ryan Gosling, 16 years old, age gap, right? Where that she's creepy. She's a perv. Oh, yes. Now, Jada Pinkett and August Alsina, 21-year age gap when she sat there and had an affair over Will Smith, right? And what happened? Oh my goodness, Jada, Will wasn't doing what he's supposed to do for you. You see how that goes. Now, if they caught Will Smith doing all this kind of stuff, oh my goodness. See, black males, they don't want a relationship with black women. They're always cheating. God. Wow. So what to say? The entanglement heard around the world back in June 2020 when August was doing an exclusive interview with Angela Yee. He told the whole world he had a relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith, whom he met through her son, Jada, back in 2015 when he was 22 years old. And she was 43. He told Angela Lee this about the relationship. I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life. And I truly and really, really deeply love and have a ton of love for her. He eventually ended up releasing a song titled Entanglements on that. But July 2020, Jada had taken the discussion to her show Red Table Talk, and sat down with her husband, Will, some people say Simple Smith, to discuss the relationship. Jada and August became very, very good friends after meeting through Jayden. She found that she found that he needed help and resources to take care of his deteriorating mental state. And she was going to do that. At the time, she and Will were right on the verge of separation. Right on the verge does not mean separated. You see that game, right? I'm going all that. So you see this hypocrisy is strong. Again, where is the hypocriticness of the Sister of Chaos members, right? The black feminism type personnel, Tracee Ellis Ross and Vivica Fox and all people like that in those cougar age years, right? In silver cougar years, right? Where's all that outrage? I'll tell you again what they're doing. Right? Because they don't like the truth on that. They don't like it at all. Now, with that being said, too, let me sit there and show you. So I'm getting into that particular part of it. This right here. There are people who remember this old school. Yeah, there's some people definitely remember this old school. How Stella got her groove back. 1998. In Jamaica, an unlucky in love 40-ish cougar woman, black woman, has a fling with a 20-year-old man, supposed to be a Jamaican man, and realized that she's developed real feelings for him. How Stella got her groove back, right? The great actress, Angela Bassett, right? Looking nice then. Tay Diggs, both of them played good, had good chemistry in the movie. Again, that was 1998 on that. How Stella got her groove back. Now, they, I don't want to go into too much in the movie, but they say Angela Bassett, who played this broker, power broker, wink, wink, right? It's power broker in her 40s, and she got stressed out and doing all this. No, she's boss chick. She's this, she's making that money, but she's stressed out. She needs to break. Her friend said, girl, you need to go to Jamaica and get your groove on. I don't want to do all that. Girl, go on there and get your groove on. All right. And she goes to Jamaica and gets her a Tay Diggs, playing a Jamaican guy in his, I think 20s. That's about a 20-some-year-old difference. That's a cougar. But you say, hey, y'all, where are y'all at about this this hypocrisy at, right? Tracee Ellis Ross, what about that? You see their hypocrisy is it's demonic, right? So it's demonic. Just like this other picture of that. Let me show you this other picture. Stella, I hear them. Again, another picture back then in 1990 something of how Stella got a groove. How Stella got a groove on that. Back. Look at this picture. It's, I mean, the hypocrisy goes a lot. Give me. Hold on. Ooh. Okay, this thing's not. I didn't sit there. I don't think I shared that screen enough. No, let me go back. Crap. Let me share it. I got to go back and share the screen again. This hypocrisy is very real on that. Now, this is. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me go back. So this is. Make sure that's shown. So Stella, this is how Stella got her groove back. Another one of those other pictures in there, right? They're on the beach. Look, Tay Diggs, young, portraying herself black Jamaican over there. Angela Bassett playing a cougar, 40-something-year-old, stressed out, broker. United States, she needs a break. She needs a break from being his boss chick, making all that money, got a nice, residence and everything. She gets with the young black Jamaican, 20 years her freaking difference. That's cougaring, right? You say, hey, Tracee Ellis Ross and the other hypocrisy type Sister of Chaos members, where y'all at? Again, I'll tell you what they're doing. Exit station left. Yes, right? They don't want to hear they don't want to talk about the real conversations on that. Their hypocrisy, right? Continuing. So I don't have too many more things on this, but I just want to show you some hypocrisy. Yes, I have not showed her yet the Tracee Ellis Ross because I'm just trying to set the direction of the hypocrisy-ness on this. Let me go back. Who's another one? Nope, I don't want to do that no more on that one. No, I'm just looking at some here. Okay, well, I guess I will be going to the next one here because I make sure. All right, then. Let me sit down and go ahead and play this one then here for. Hold on, let me make sure I got this another one. Oh, you know what? There's one thing I just want to play what Vivica Fox. I almost forgot about this one. Again, this is what numbers of black males supposed to settle for. Right? She's in her 60s. But again, let me make sure you can see that. But this is what numbers of black males supposed to settle for, right? No matter what. But they have a problem with black males that date younger, legal age women. They ain't supposed to do that. That's creepy. Right? That's a perv. But what I showed you earlier, Vivica Fox dating 50 Cent, that was like 10 years difference. Date another male before, that was like 20 years difference. Right? Where's all that hypocrisy at from them? And this just happened this kind of recently from her. But listen to the background of this Sister of Chaos member trying to sit there and deflect, right? And look at Vivica Fox on this right here.
Fox just pulled a shocker of the year because she done popped up with a new body, and it has the internet talking. She seems to be quite proud of her body, but it looks like a lot of people.
Now, so a black male supposed to sweat this now, right? Look at that. A botched BBL, right? She's a 60-something year old. This ain't that young looking 20-something, 30-something Vivica Fox. She was fine. Oh, Vivica Fox was fine. This is when those time frames when 50 Cent was like, hey man, I thank her for sitting there, whatever war show was on. I thank her for wearing that dress. Oh, that dress was looking good on her. Right? Now she's older, right? On that. But she still thinks that black men, right, that got things going for them economics is supposed to sweat this now, right? Right.
Are not feeling her body because they're trolling her for having a botched BBL at almost 60. Well, y'all know that Vivica is not the type to sit about and let people talk smack about her body.
But again, black male's supposed to settle for this, right? But Tracee Ellis Ross tells people, by the way, if Tracee Ellis Ross was not the daughter of Donna Ross, most people will look right past her and wouldn't give a dang about what she's talking about. And there are numbers of people say, "Oh, give a dang about her," but numbers of people like, who gives a about her? She's in her own head. She really thinks she's the prize still, right? But I'll get to that in a second when I start showing videos about her. But Vivica Fox, who was fine, she was hot, mid-20s, 30-something. Man, she was fine. But again, how many people, bad male that she got with? How many good male that she bypassed, right? Now she's in her 60s, right? After she also sit there and have dated younger males, right? But now she's in her 60s, silver cougar in age bracket, right? But black males making millions of dollars, or it can be black males, hundreds, six figures, high six figures. They supposed to settle for this? Oh, no. Right? So they go talk to the younger males who they feel they can control more.
And it looks like she has a word or two to say to the haters who trolled her about her body, and she did not come to play. Of all the things I thought I'd see in 2025, Vivica deciding to go under the knife was definitely not on my bingo card. And judging by the way the internet reacted, I know I'm not the only one who was caught off guard. Now, let me be clear. She's a grown woman, and what she chooses to do with her body is entirely her business. If getting a little...
and you hear what you heard this little Sister of Chaos member, oh, wait a minute now. What she do with her body is her choice. You see how this goes. But a black male, his body is not his choice. A black male's private part is not his choice. It's what the Sister of Chaos want this older, say, late 40s, 50s, 60s, above. That's not his body. It's not his choice. It's the Sisterhood of Chaos choice. It is supposed to be white feminism choice, right? But especially black feminist choice, right? Black hypocritic type Sister of Chaos. They're supposed to have a choice who they want to date, who they want to sleep with, who they want to get with. But black males in their late 40s, 50s, and 60s and above, they supposed to just settle. They can't date younger women, all right? You see how that goes. And even you have some feeling kind of uncomfortable, certain numbers of black males, right? They have some younger daughters themselves. Oh my goodness, no, that's creepy. But they really don't say too much when you got a cougar like Tracee Ellis Ross in her 50s, who's saying she dates younger males. People get quiet. When you have a silver cougar like Vivica Fox, that how many young males have she dated? And how one she might still be dating? Because older males that got some stuff truly going for themselves in those late 40s, 50s, and 60s and above, say if he's making millions, he's not going to get with this 6-something-year-old Vivica Fox. I don't think so. They're not going to try to get with some Tracee Ellis Ross, even though she's not her body frame, it still looks okay, but it's like how many body counts that she has, right? She's stuck in her ways. And that man of means is like, I don't give a damn about her mouth. I don't want to hear what she got to say on that. She don't control me. And they don't like that. So they want to get with younger males that they control, right? But if a black male gets with, again, younger woman, right? He said, hey, I don't want to hear all that mouth of this older black woman, the one supplies to, got this little attitude in their mouth. They want to tell someone what to damn do. I ain't got to deal with that. Then they're called creepy. You can handle a strong black woman, but at the same time, when the black woman wants to date a younger black male, like Vivica Fox type people, I mean, date a black younger male like Vivica Fox, right? And Tracee Ellis Ross, it's not creepy. Get out of here with that, right? But people want to tell black males what to do their damn body instead of more black males saying, F y'all. It's his body, his damn choice. His body, his damn choice. A black male's body is a black male's choice. A black money is a black male's choice. Black man's choice. A black man's private body is a black male's choice. As long as it's consensual with that particular woman, that's not nobody's damn business and Sister of Chaos members. But they don't like that truth, right?
Nip and tuck makes her feel good, then that's her right. But let's be real for a second. Vivica has been fine since forever. Her face card has never declined.
See, that's old school Vivica Fox. She was 50 Cent when he's a young buck, and his young buck, right? Young buck.
And her body has always been on point. So for a lot
her body
of people,
has not been always on point. See, here we go again. How's it on point? That look at some Vivica Fox like her body's on point now? No, it's not. Oh, well, she's older now. Oh, here we go, hypocrisy again. So a black male wants a younger woman. No, she's legal. He's creepy. He's a perv. But Vivica Fox now, they've dated younger males and say they still date younger males. Tracee Ellis Ross saying she dates younger males. She's not creepy. We get out of here with that hypocrisy and this type stuff.
Who felt unnecessary, which is probably why it came as such a shock. But when you really think about it, maybe it shouldn't be that surprising. Over the past few years, people have been making comments about her appearance, picking apart how she looks now compared to how she did back in the day. And honestly, the way some folks talk, you think they expected her to be frozen in time. Yes, she was flawless in Kill Bill, but that movie came out in 2003. It's been over 20 years. Of course, she's going to look different. That's literally how time works.
Oh, but again, you see how you got the Sister of Chaos member or trainee talking like that nonsense, making excuses, right? But did she say that same damn thing? Well, she said that same, oh, yes, you need to accept black males in their 50s or 60s or late 40s, and they go date someone in their early 20s or early 30s. Oh, yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah, right. They're about, oh, my God, that's perv. That's a creepy. You see how this goes, right?
And let's not ignore the double standard here. Men in Hollywood can age like a piece of bread left on the counter and nobody says a word. But
oh, glad she brought up. These are multi-million-dollar people, right? So they ain't got to settle, right? You said it's goals, right? So they want those males to settle, but it's funny how she showed numbers of males within the Panamanian culture. Right now, they got their own problems with certain numbers of women within certain parts of Panamanian culture who are the masters of manipulation, the masters of white feminists, right? But the level at the way black feminists, the Sister of Chaos members, the hypocritic ones, how they sit there and have a anti-black misogynistic, anti-black male hatred, right? The hypocrisy and shaming toward numbers of older males who date younger women legal is of no comparison, right? You see how this goes.
The second a woman dares to get older, people start acting brand new. They start picking apart every wrinkle, every little change, as if aging isn't a completely natural process. And that's probably why so many women in the industry feel pressure to get work done in the first.
Let me stop that. See, you see the excuses, right? What they're not telling you is that, again, they want numbers of males, older males, within high parts of Panamanian culture and other males, but especially black males, right? Late 40s, 50s, 60s, above. They want them to sit there and settle. You see how this goes, right? That's the double standard. Tracee Ellis Ross can talk about how she dates younger males, but that's not a double standard, right? Vivica Fox that showed you when she dated younger people, younger males, right? 20 years her senior, 20 years her junior, 10 years her junior. And Harvard, she's still dating younger males now. I'm gonna give you an example. That's not creepy when they do it now. You said it goes, right? On this. So I think, oh, yeah, I think I'm almost finished on that one then. Fuck, no, fuck, no. Hero. Okay, I'm getting close to that now. So let me go ahead and play now. Oh, I gotta play one. Dang, man, I didn't show it's gonna be this long on this, but I had to do it for the timepiece purpose on this. Let me play this. Hold on, Tracee Ellis Ross. Let me play this right here. Let me see. This is another. Oh, no. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Here we go. This is another one that was looking good back in the day.
What's this woman's name? Her name is Taraji P. Henson. And she has this to say about dating. She says, I think I played this clip before, but it came back. POV, guys are the new princesses and want women to chase them. Let's hear what Taraji P. Henson, who's destined to be single forever, has to say about the new women, which are men.
Date, I mean, guys don't court anymore. They don't court. Take me out to dinner. Say you're gonna pick me up at a certain time.
You're, yay! And she's supposed to be a boss, you know what? Boss chick and got her own money, independent. She don't need no man. Don't need a man to tell her what to damn do. How about she takes a male to men out? Huh? Spend her freaking money left and right. How about they do that? Of course not. Now, they probably do that on certain type of younger males who they feel like they control. But a man that has means, especially those multi-means, or say he's making high six figures and himself, he'd be like, I don't need her. Man, how many numbers of women compared to male in the United States? Again, how many women compared to males in the United States? And numbers of women don't like that. Especially numbers of sister of cast members. They don't like it. So they've been so used to having their way when they were younger, in their 20s themselves. How many of them who they didn't want to sit there and just get married then themselves, truly married, right? Not for the half a second, but truly get married. No. They looking around what they call hypergamy, and how many of them pergamized and monkey branched off to another male who may have made more money or put it down more in the bed. A monkey branched over there. He got what, he did his thing with her. He's like, okay, what am I getting? Okay, once I sit there and do my thing with her, what else am I getting? And they don't like numbers of males who really start thinking about that. Once they do they releasing inside of this particular woman, what else are they getting? So they do that within Tracee Ellis Ross. What else am I getting after that? Attitude, right? Hypocrisy-ness. You can't tell me nothing. What real reality-based male making millions of dollars or making high six figures want to hear that nonsense? He don't have to deal with that. And they don't like that. Right? But you hear all this, yeah, in this video, right? Yeah, y'all don't court anymore. But she don't want to talk about, she's in her 50s too. Taraji P. Henson. Oh, she was another beautiful black woman in those 20s. Beautiful, right? Even a little bit older, she maintains still her body. Even now, she still looks deep, not too bad. But it's like, what's her body count? How many guys have she been with? How many young males have she been around? No older males that's within making millions of damn dollars, making high six-figure numbers, high six figures, ain't gonna settle for now. He don't have to, and they don't like it. Oh, the Tracee Ellis Ross type people, Vivica Fox type people, right? Taraji P. Henson type people in their 50s and 60s, they don't like it when numbers of males, especially black males, don't have to settle and don't like it, right?
Women, which are men.
Date. I mean, guys don't court anymore. They don't court. Take me out to dinner. Say you're gonna pick me up at a certain time. Yeah. Dating should be an event, you know? Yes. You like the guy, so you want to get pretty for him, so you spend all day and yes. What happened to that? I don't know. To date. I mean, guys don't court anymore. They don't court.
Brothers, these people gonna be what? What? Guys don't court anymore. Can you woo woo woo? Hey, can you woo woo woo? Can you woo woo woo? You should be my. Why we courting whores? I mean, come on, bruh. I mean, you can. I court whores. I mean, I don't court whores. I meet whores. You know what I mean? Like, I like 304s. I'll take 304s on nice dates, and I know them insides gonna get pushed to her esophagus. All right, but why court old skeezers? All right, this woman is in her 50s talking about courting. All right, courting is for teenagers. Okay, courting is for these emerging adults. Like, that's what courting is for. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It is for 16-year-old young men and 18-year-old young men and 19 and 20-year-old. All right, but you guys are acculturated prostitutes. Shout out to our brother Ron Wills. You guys are acculturated prostitutes and reformed 304s.
Again, Tracee Ellis was a nice looking woman, black woman. And I'm pretty sure she had many suitors. And however men, again, that were younger that she was getting with. And even now, how many males that she get with that's younger than her? Because again, ain't no reality thinking male that's making black male making millions or can be high six figures is going to want to be in a relationship with Tracee Ellis now. Not a true one. He's like, why? I don't have to settle, right? If he's making that kind of, why do he have to settle? So she can be able to control younger males, right? That ain't going to stand their ground, say, no, you don't tell him what to do. And they don't like that. And again, Tracee Ellis, great actress herself, great movies, beautiful black woman, right? But again, their mentality is all jacked up now. They're getting older, right? And they got another probably 10 something years or so ago. And their choices or their lack of choice is going to be gigantic more. 50 something years old, she gets 60 years old. Definitely. Tracee Ellis ain't going to have that many black males trying to come at her at all. With very few exceptions of small numbers of younger ones. Vivica Fox in her 60s now. She is not going to, no, 10 years, 70 years old, right? Oh, ain't no freaking way in Hades' bedroom is she going to have a rally thinking black male in his 50s and 60s making millions of dollars. I'm talking the ones at that higher level way up there, right? Or making high six figures. Is going to want to sleep with a 70-year-old Vivica Fox like that. Right? So they're mad when they sit there and see black males, right, that are making those millions, that are making high six figures, that are those late 40s or 50s or 60s and above, that are not going to have to sweat people like Vivica Fox type people or Tracee Ellis Ross type people in her 50s or Taraji P's type people. They don't like that. They hate it. Right? Oh, and they'll tell the black male, oh, he's creepy if he dates a younger male. Younger woman. He's creepy. You're in your 40s, your 50s. Why are you dating some woman in her early 20s? She's a grown-ass woman. Right? She's grown. She's legal. That's creepy. That's a perv. Oh, so Tracee Ellis Ross, I'm about to show you that and some else. So Tracee Ellis Ross can say she can date younger males. And it's yay! Girl power, woman's empowerment. Go, girl. You can't tell a woman who to be, you can't tell a woman what to do to her body. But a black male in his late 40s, 50s, and 60s, they want to shame them? The ones who date a younger woman? go to Haiti with that game. And again, it's not enough numbers of black males who checkmate these type of people in their hypocrisy. And this is why they continue to feel like they can keep insulting black males left and right. Yes, I understand certain numbers of black males ignore certain things. I got it. But that's not an excuse for certain other males who need to checkmate this nonsense. The anti-male bashing is not going to stop because there's not enough males checking that part. And there's the anti-black male bashing and shaming of dating younger women is not going to stop. Oh my goodness, passport brothers, they're going to these different third world countries where they can't speak English, go to Haiti's. As if they go to certain countries that there is no professional women, lawyers, accountants, business owners, right? In college themselves, trying to do some things, right? They're just going to pretend there's no such thing. Real estate investor numbers of women, right? They're going to act like there's no such thing in those countries. They're third world countries. They can't speak no English. The insulting of that, right? When those women are not depressed like millions of American black women in America, because they sit there and got themselves, they didn't dug themselves in a big old giant hole they can't get out of, thinking they were all that. And as they get older, they figure out, oh my goodness, I don't have no power like that. They don't. And it's an insult to even the good black women out there because it's getting smaller. It's an insult to this. So let me go ahead and play one of those particular videos that we hear about. For someone who heard about it, some haven't, about Tracee Ellis Ross and her gigantic hypocrisy. Gigantic hypocrisy. So keep it in mind. I'll make sure that's on. Okay. The gigantic hypocrisy.
Reasons. I mean, we've talked.
Hold on, make sure. Let me make sure. Where'd it go?
About this at all.
Oh, shucks. Let me make sure. I should open this thing up here.
Often
dang. Where is it? Trying to open this thing. Forget. I just let it play like this. So keep in mind the hypocrisy. That's okay for. I'll make sure you can see this part. Okay, make sure. That's okay for them to date younger males, and it's coming out their own mouths. But black males that date younger male or date younger women, the ones who's legal age, and say that black males in his 40s or 50s and above, and he dates somebody younger woman and black woman or whoever, she's legal. But they call them perv and try to shame them, or especially if they are some of the black males that are traveling different other countries. That's passport brother. What the hell are they talking about? Black males have been traveling before the passport brother move. What the hell are they talking about? Numbers of black males in the military were traveling before the passport brother modern movement. What the hell are they damn talking about? There are black males traveling in the damn 60s, black males traveling in the freaking 70s, black males traveling around the 80s, black males traveling in the 90s, traveling around with passport. What the hell are they talking about? Passport brothers. That's a modern terminology of just, hey, it's more black males that are traveling a little bit more in different other countries, trying to enjoy themselves, whatever that might be. Who the hell is that? Ain't nobody's damn ain't nobody else's damn right to try to tell a black male what to do with his damn passport, where he should travel, where he should not. They want black males to stick their asses in America, even though America has a lot of different beautiful places to go to, and there should be a lot more people traveling around the country of America as well. But the thing about it, having that passport, a lot of the black women do not like having knowing a black male has more options than her if he so decided to travel to another country, not just engage in, should we say, transactional services. Right. But to go look at other cultures and enjoy the other cultures and experience different life and different things like that. It ain't just women. Right. But they don't like it at all. They just want them to stick in the United States, sweat a black woman, especially since she gets older. They want that black male just to sit back and sweat them, even though they start getting 50s and 60s. A black male that's doing decently economically, he's still supposed to sweat that one particular woman, right? You see how crazy hell they sound. Now let's see how this hypocrisy of sounding Tracee Rubenstein, again, for the people who don't know, Tracee's father was Robert Ellis Rubenstein, Anglo person, that of the Jewishism faith, right? That's a whole different thing in itself, right? Donna Ross is her mother, the great icon, been in the group Supremes, the great iconic black women's group Supremes, right? But she wouldn't have had no opportunity to get in like Blackish. The show Blackish went on for many decades. Many years. Top rated show. She wouldn't have been able to sneak in that show. She wouldn't have been able to sit there and be in that show as a main character. She was Tracee Rubenstein. She wouldn't have been on Girlfriends sitcom that went on for many years if she was known as Tracee Rubenstein. So she played what she played. See how that goes, right? But now she's older, however many young men she didn't been with, right? Quietness. Or even say some older men she been with that wasn't tolerant her bull crap. She didn't like that. So now she wants to try to call out older males, basically call them toxic and stuff, right? Because they ain't pulling with her bull. So now she wants to get even more younger males who she can try to control. That's abusive, by the way.
I date younger men. And a lot of it is because
Let's stop on that, folks.
In a candid conversation.
Reasons. I mean, we've talked about this, that often I date younger men. And a lot of it is because
Let's stop on that, folks.
Oh my God, we had a great dinner. We had a great dinner, by the way, where across the table, your husband goes, but why? And I said, well, maybe because I can.
Yes.
Oh, so she can. So let me understand it. So Tracee Ellis Ross, she can date younger males because she can. But black males, 40s and 50s and 60s, they the ones who so choose to date younger women. Why y'all do that? Because that's creepy. You're a perv. You see how I'm telling you, there's something messed up by certain numbers of Sister of Chaos members, certain numbers of black feminists. Women like this Tracee Ellis Ross, Vivica Fox, Taraji P. Henson. Something's really off about certain numbers of those Sister of Chaos members. It's almost like something's off. That their hypocrisy, they can't see their hypocrisy. It's like, who gives a damn? They don't want to see it. That's on them. But to sit there and still, there are numbers of black males that still at certain levels that should be calling this bull crap out. Right? That's all I'm getting at on this.
This is what I'm saying. Tales from Tracee's.
It's fun. It's very fun to share.
Tracee tale.
But
I'm sorry.
But one of the reasons, though, that because I had to ask myself that question, I was like, what is this about?
Yeah.
Because I want a partner. And so often, and it's not just that
she wants a partner. She wants to be able to control. You see how they act like this is a kind of business arrangement. And if it is, so be it. But the way they act like it's some kind of 50-50. Right? They act like every day with this male, he's gonna sit there and spend 50% of his money. She's gonna spend 50% of his money. When they go out, 50%, they go out somewhere, 50%, he's gonna spend 50%. She's going to spend, right? If they're in the house together, 50% household chores, 50% household chores for the other person, right? They're like, this is also going to be 50%, right? So again, a partner, that don't even sound right, right? It's something about this they are truly off. They don't even get it, how they sound.
I'm older, I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person who knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself the question, why? Why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous?
Now, wait a minute now. That sounds pretty freaking creepy. You heard what she said. Well, because they're hot and gorgeous, whatever she just said. That sounds pervish. That sounds pervish. That sounds creepy. That sounds creepy. Right? So she can say it, being a 50-some-year-old black, well, anyway, biracial black woman per se, right? When they want to play black woman, right? They can do that. Sound like a creep. Oh, yeah, they know that. They're hot and gorgeous. Those younger males. Yeah, they are. Yeah, that's right. But a black male, 40s and 50s, 60s, oh, yeah, he likes dating younger women, younger black women or younger women in another country, whatever it is. Oh, man, they're gorgeous. Oh, they're hot. Oh, my goodness, he's creepy. He's trying to use women. He's trying to use those third world women in other countries. Oh, okay. So we do call it in the Americanism, right? Oh, it's still creepy. Oh, so it's creepy. 40, 50, 60-year-old black males, go to other different countries. Their body, their choice, their money, their choice, their poverty area, their damn choice, their right to be with who they want to damn be. That woman, as long as she's legal, that's his body, his damn choice. And those kind of Sister of Chaos members can go to Hades. And there's not enough numbers of black males, politicalness and otherwise, to checkmate these Sister of Chaos loco type women, Sister of women of Chaos women.
There's that. But a lot of men my age are steeped in a toxic masculinity.
It's almost like it's stupid. They keep regurgitating white feminism. This is white feminism terminology 101. Toxic masculinity. Well, there's toxic feminine. There's toxic non-femininity. Let me phrase that. Toxic non-femininity. Right? But these kind of Sister of Chaos membership type women, right? These older silver cougar type women like Tracee Ellis Ross and Vivica Fox and Tracee P. Henson, just like Tracee Ellis Ross, they regurgitated this tired old white feminism card. And it's almost like there are numbers of males within section of the predominant culture that are scared and they don't know how to come back off these little silly infantile terminology trope words. Right? Toxic masculinity, toxic non-femininity. Try again. Oh my goodness, those males are misogynists. Well, you're a misogynist. Try again. All right? Well, you're creepy. Well, so are you. That's simple level stuff to me. But they know it's not enough males within the predominant culture to put that stuff back on them. They certainly know that there's not enough black males to sit there and checkmate this stuff, this nonsense back, right? So now she's talking about older guys. It's toxic masculinity, right? That they
and have been raised in a culture where there is a particular way that a relationship looks. And anything that starts to smell of that for me, I did enough of it where I was controlled and felt like I was a possession or whatever those things were, or prize I have no interest in it.
But no accountability.
In a candid conversation on the IMO podcast with Michelle Obama and Craig Robinson, actress Tracee Ellis Ross opened up about her dating preferences, revealing why she gravitates toward younger men. At 52, Ross shared that many men her age are steeped in a toxic masculinity and adhere to traditional relationship norms that she finds unappealing. She recounted past experiences where she felt controlled or treated as a possession, stating, "I just have no interest in it, and I will not."
I mean, we've talked.
You see how their hypocrisy, and it's almost like she has forgotten she is one of hundreds of millions of women in the United States. She is one of millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of single women, millions that make her look like she's nothing. But unfortunately, she has gotten it through her little feministic ass mind, the black feminist ass mind, her little warped ass mind, that she thinks she's a damn prize. A 50-something damn year old biraciality, woman. And there's some beautiful biracial black women out there. And there are also ones that say dark-skinned women have a hatred for light-skinned women. You have numbers of light-skinned women saying dark-skinned women have a problem with them. That's a whole different colorist game. But Tracee Ellis or Tracy Rubenstein has had people that looked out for her. Right? She's been acting for a long time. It wasn't like there was gigantic top-notch movies left and right. And the sitcoms, okay, Blackish, I guess, whatever on that. And Girlfriends, go girl power, right? And they got some kind of simp, had the little black male. That seems to be the thing going on too, to have these little sitcoms like that and put a black male in there that looks like a little simp, right? That's a whole different topic. Well, let me play this one last time.
Talked about this, that often I date younger men.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it is because...
Let's stop on that, folks.
Oh my God, we had a great dinner. We had a great dinner, by the way, where across the table, your husband goes, but why? And I said, well, maybe because I can.
Yes. This is what I'm saying. Tales from Tracy's.
It's fun. It's very fun to share.
Tracy tale.
But
I'm sorry.
But one of the reasons, though, that because I had to ask myself that question, I was like, what is this about?
Yeah.
Because I want a partner. And so often, and it's not just that I'm older, I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person who knows myself.
That's enough of that. So the thing about it is, I just wanted to show that part. You see the hypocrisy of her, right? The nonsense hypocrisy on that. Let me play this from the great Kevin Samuels, whose life was definitely shorted and stuff like that, but he had a lasting legacy of also trying to help numbers of men, especially numbers of black males, get some things together. And you had numbers of black women, black feminists, Sister of Cast members, Vivica Fox type people, etc., that had a hatred for Kevin Samuels because, he was a in shape type black male, spoke intellectually and spoke candidly, spoke straight to the point, right? And they didn't like that. They know they couldn't fool him. He was making whatever amount of money he was making. So, all that old broken dusty stuff, that couldn't work on him. And they didn't like that because they couldn't control him, right? So if he's, dating younger women, well, they will try to use, he's creepy, he's this, all that stuff, right? But again, Tracee Ellis Ross, she can sit there and say, on the video I just showed, how she dates younger males. The hypocrisy is very real on that situation. So Tracee Ellis Ross, 50-something-year-old silver cougar, can sit there and tell you that she dates younger males, and that's okay. It's their body, their choice. She don't want to deal with no older male who don't put on her bullshit because he's toxic masculinity because he don't put over her bull. Right? Especially ones that are making millions and high six figures. They have to tolerate her. How many multi-millions of fine-looking legal age women out there in Americanism? And then numbers of brothers who can travel to other different countries, damn sure. And some of those women will make Tracee Ellis Ross looking like she is a standstill. Right? And they don't like that. So they have the nerve to try talking about black males doing they traveling and going to third world countries. You're like, what the hell are you talking about? Some of the top echelons of mental health problems that are going on in various parts of America. What are you talking about? Some of the highest rates of mental prescription drugs that are done by black women. Some of the highest college debts in America, right? By black women. You see how this game go? They keep trying to play. So let me go ahead and play this one with the greatness of Kevin Samuels, talking about actually Tracee Ellis Ross some years ago on this. Give me a second here. All right.
Men are not selecting Tracee Ellis Ross's. Not for marriage. She can still get it. There are a lot of guys who would slay that easy, would have no problem even being seen with her in public. But would a man that she wants do it? Let's say, imagine the man that Tracee Ellis Ross would get. Chances are he would be younger. Maybe some up-and-coming young actor. Can you imagine a woman like Tracee Ellis Ross with a 58-year-old CEO of a Fortune 50 company, an accomplishment? No, they needed a completely different woman. And that's the ultimate point. The longer you're by yourself, the less likely you are a good fit for anybody else. Tonight we were going to talk about high value versus finesse, but this is important. Here's some things, ladies. I'm going to ask you, ladies, especially you women over 35, what are you going to be willing to give up?
The great Kevin Samuel. Now, he was an enigma in itself, and numbers of black women, the Sister of Chaos, they could not stand his guts because, again, they could not control him. He was making that kind of money. He was doing his own traveling, right? He had probably an uncalculable number of beautiful women to talk with, and they didn't like that. Again, they don't like males, but especially the Sister of Chaos, they don't like males that have options. So Tracee Ellis Ross is a 50-something-year-old biracial black woman who maybe possibly plays both sides sometimes. Well, she really can't play on the Anglo side. They ain't gonna allow her to do that. But the point I'm getting at, Tracee Ellis Ross is not a bad-looking woman in her early 50s, but it's like she is still in her early 50s, and whatever her body count is surely not going to be a low body count. So she thinks with a non-low body count that a black male could certainly a 50-something-year-old Tracee Ellis Ross, or anyway, is not going to have some multi-million dollar earning Anglo male within certain industries and stuff like that. With Tracee Ellis Ross in. He's single, is not going to be sitting there trying to line up and trying to sit there and get with Tracee Ellis Ross, to be seen with her out and about. And she's in her freaking 50s. Still looks decent in her age bracket, right? Because the majority of black women are considered overweight. Now, again, to each of their own who they like, but this the audacity when you have certain numbers of black women, the ones it applies to, that audacity thinking that they are a prize still. That tells you something, that there has been allowability of certain numbers of black women that are allowed still, even overweight certain numbers of black women, to think that they are the prize. And even in Tracee Ellis Ross situation, she's not overweight. She still has a nice little shape to her, but her body count is not going to be low. So how many males she didn't got with, right? And so she thinks a multi-million-dollar black male, especially, or a black male that's making high six figures, is going to get with Tracee Ellis Ross, who's probably not going to have a low body count relationship with males, right? But he's supposed to tolerate that. So say, for instance, he gets with her. They do their little thing, they sexual relations. Once it's finished, how many be like, what is she going to do for me now? I don't need her money. He'd be like, he has his own money. He say he's a multi-millionaire. He don't need her at all. If he's high figures, six figures, he said, I still don't need her. She makes a little bit more money than me. So what? He said, I don't still need you. You are nothing but a dime a dozen on that. And people like Tracee Ellis Ross and other women like her, Taraji P. Henson and Vivica Fox, they don't like that for a black male to sit there and have options. They don't like it. They don't like black males to be able to travel to other countries and see these other type of women, the ones who do this, and see, oh my goodness, they're in that country, and look at those women, the ones that still have femininity. They'll make Tracee Ellis Ross again look like she's nothing. And they don't like that. They want numbers of black males to just be quiet in the States. Older black males, 40s, 50s, 60s, be the hell quiet. Deal with the older cougar, sister of chaos type members, older, and just deal with their bullshit, deal with their attitudes, deal with their sister of chaos, hypergonistic type of pergaminess, right? Deal with their cheating, deal with their abusement. You know the word I'm talking about. That's what they want black males in America to do, older ones. And numbers of black males that have things going for themselves economically, older, 40s, 50s, 60s. I'm giving an example, the ones who do, right? Especially if they're making millions, again, are high six figures, they don't have to damn settle. Hell, under six figures, numbers of black males older don't have to settle. And they don't like that, the Sister of Chaos members. They hate that, right? But let me go ahead and, what else here? Uh-oh, shucks. Oh, so again, like this right here. Oh, hold on. Okay, let me look at something here. So, okay, I don't think I have any other minute. Okay, good. I'm almost finished then. Okay, sweet. Okay, where this other. So again, Tracee Ellis Ross, not a bad looking. Okay, she's okay, but they think that black males, especially black males, in their late 40s, 50s, and 60s, especially the ones that make millions of dollars, not gonna be gigantic, but the ones that make millions of dollars that's single, or the one that's making high six figures, or you one that's close to six figures. I'm giving an example. All supposed to settle for this. Tracee Ellis Ross, right? 50-something-year-old plus black woman or biracial black woman, however you want to say that. Because again, her father was Robert Ellis Rubenstein. And her mom was Donna Ross, the iconic Donna Ross of the Supremes black woman singing group. So, but Tracee Rubenstein wouldn't have sounded right. Because again, she wouldn't have got no blackish roles. And that high rating blackish sitcom that lasted for years, she wouldn't have got. I don't think so. Tracee Rubenstein, I don't think so. She would have been in Girlfriends on that sitcom for years. Tracee Rubenstein, I don't think so. And however other number of wink black roles, she wouldn't have got in there being Tracee Rubenstein, right? So she just took the middle name of her father, Ellis. No, so Tracee Ellis and Donna Ross's last name, Ross. Right? So it just kind of goes together, don't it? And she had been able to do this for many years. Right? Play the blackish type roles on that. Now she's not gonna go. Now, why is it she can't go play the roles that's dealing with numbers of women within the Palmese culture? How is it that she's not casting those kind of roles? She's biracial. They be like, we don't give a damn what she's saying, what she is. She ain't Anglo. So she stay her little Negro self over there in that blackish role. You ain't gonna come over here and play an Anglo woman. Why not? I'm biracial. They be like, you don't go somewhere with that. And she knows her damn place. Right? But black male's supposed to settle for this. Right? This is what black male's supposed to settle for, right? Again, she's not a bad looking woman, but it's like, I'll play again. But wrong one. Let me go back. But again, that is nothing to damn jump up and down whatsoever. But in her mentality, she thinks she's all that. There have probably been some kind of young black males in certain industry that maybe she's in, that she can control, or some other ones that you didn't really know about that she can control, right? So, like Kevin Samuel was saying, yeah, man, I'm big old big thing. Some people, yes, they will give her, and do their little thing with her. They ain't no big thing, right? And they can control, and she can control the young ones. But an older guy, 40s, 50s, 60s, that got their stuff together economic like that and doing anything, they'd be like, who are you again? They'd be like, Tracee Ellis Ross, you are one of tens of millions of single women, not just black women. Then you start talking about women from the Panamese culture. You start talking about numbers of Hispanic women, certain numbers of Asian women, talking about America. You know, and then you talk about the ones that can go travel another country. Like gigantic options of that. So Tracee Ellis Ross, they don't like that kind of stuff. Vivica Fox, they don't like that. Taraji P. Henson, they don't like that because Tracee Ellis Ross, mid-20s, a piece of 30s, still they're looking real good. Right? Taraji P. Henson, 20s, dirty something, looking still real good. Vivica Fox, 20s, super good looking, right? Piece of 30s, looking real good. Used to men sweating them left and right, used to them. So they wasn't interested of really getting a good male or getting a good black male, not just in general stuff, but a real one that they really want to settle down with and truly be with. Not temporarily, not to try to get something out of whatever it is, right? Because their looks was a certain way in those early 20s, mid 20s, 30s, looking good. Now they've gotten older and now they're cougar age. Their time is really past now. Even someone like the beautiful Megan Good and some other ones, beautiful, body still looking good. But again, how many body counts of men do they have? Right? And so, yes, when someone's still looking good, they can get some certain type of males, but ones, especially have a high self-confidence, they're not going to deal with them with a higher body count or knowing what kind of past they had or have, or what do you want to call it? But this is what black males supposed to sit there and settle for, right? In her own, I mean, you see some awfulness of short circuit, right? I got it going on, right? I got it going on, right? You see the localness, but it is allowed to happen because there are certain numbers of males that have tolerated this. Let them think that they are the prize. There are certain numbers, even older males, that would be like trying to sweat her. The ones that don't have super confidence would sweat her. That's the only reason that numbers of women like Tracee Ellis Ross type of Vivica Fox or Taraji P. Henson, ones like that are cougars and silver cougars. The only reason that they would have little attitudes like that is because they still think they're the prize. Because if there was more males that would ignore them, or more black males, that would be like, look, I'm at such a this level, that level, and they get with her and say, look, if you try to control me, you can go to hell. If you try to tell me what to do, go to hell. Go to hell. Girl, you are one of how many women in America, Tracee Ellis Ross? You are one of how many women, single women, Vivica Fox. You are a woman, you are how many women, one of how many women, Taraji P. Henson. You don't tell me what to damn do. I'm talking about a strong black male making millions or high six figures or even less than six figures, slight less than figures. If you have more black males like that, then go to hell. Tracee Ellis Ross, go to hell. Vivica Fox, you get the point. Taraji P. Henson, oh, you better believe two choices. They would sit there, come down off their high horse, or they remain single, with male bashing and numbers of males, just black male bashing. They do, and numbers of more males will probably ignore them, which is fine. But there are numbers of other males that will call their hypocrisy out, right? And as you get older, like Vivica Fox, she's in her 60s. Oh, she's been past time now. Her time was way beyond time, and she's still trying to hold on to something that she can't hold on no more. Right? It's past time. She should have got with somebody truly when she was a lot younger, legally older. She should have truly got with someone to really be with. That's not what she was interested in. She's moving around just like Tracee Ellis Ross. How many males she'd been with, got with, whatever it is. But did she really want someone really to settle down with? Taraji P. Henson, right? Not saying they ain't getting in relationships, but the ones they really would have really treated them good. They weren't ready for that. Now they're older now, cougar and silver cougar age bracket. Now they want somebody they can control. And so they don't like Tracee Ellis Ross talking about she don't get with men her age bracket because they're toxic masculinity, aka that they ain't pull on her bullshit no more at all. Right. But at the same time, she goes on the show with Michelle Obama and Harvard other person and tells people that Tracee Ellis Ross tells people that she dates younger males. But it's you go girl, women power, pro black woman power, black woman's magic. I don't say black girl's magic, I don't like that. Black woman's magic, right? But when black males date younger women, the ones who do 20s or 30, he's creepy, right? He's in his late 40s or 50s or 60s. He dates someone in their 20s or early 30s or whatever it is. He's creepy. He can't deal with no strong black woman, older black woman, but they can sit there and tell people they can date younger males. Get out of here with that stupid ass tactic. On that. Last thing I want to sit there and show is another woman. She wasn't looking too bad either in her early adult years. Cree Summers. That played on A Different World. Oh man, that was a major show. Wink wink, supposed a black college show that actually started off as that's supposed to branch off from the Cosby Show with Lisa Bonet was supposed to branch off from her role in the Cosby Show and branch off to go to a black college, right? But then they wanted to pick a Anglo woman to be the main character, which makes no damn sense. You're going Lisa Bonet was supposed to be the main character, branch off from the Cosby Show to go off to the Different World, the Different World show at a HBCU. But instead of making her the main character, they're going to try to make the little Anglo woman the main character of the HBCU, which would have failed within the first damn year, right? And luckily, Debbie Allen came on board. Some other people that said, "What the hell are you talking about? That's an insult." But the point I'm making is that Cree Summers, one of the main characters of Different World sitcom, it's a great show for many of the episodes. Let me phrase that on that. And Cree Summers she was coming across as an independent, woman, biracial woman, whatever she was, and stuff like that, and stuff, right? Kind of hear me roar a little bit. But think about it, she was a nice looking woman in the Different World. But now she's older now too, and now she's spilling that old, now I'm older in those 50s. Now I'm ready to date, younger males still to themselves. Right? So you hear that go? They can date younger males, but again, when black males want to date younger women or ones that do date younger women, they're called creepy. Right? So let me sit there and show you what Cree Summers, because she's in that same category in those 50s, because that's a commonality. Taraji P. Henson, I showed a little bit earlier. She's in her 50s. She was looking good in her early 20s, 30. Now she's past tense now. She's in her 50s. Ain't no freaking reality thinking black male making millions of dollars or high six figures or even slightly less six figures is going to get with Taraji P. Henson, right? Not in no serious relationship. She's past tense now, right? Still look good, still a good actress, but males at that level gonna want to get with her in a serious relationship. That time she should have done that a long time ago, right? So she's in her 50s. Not gonna happen now. Tracee Ellis Ross in her 50s now. That time has passed, but Tracee Ellis Ross thinking she's all that still because there's not enough males and certainly not enough black males. So who the hell do you think you are, Tracee Ellis Ross? You are past tense. You're okay looking, but what's your high body count looking like? Right? So this black male's making millions of dollars, or in the six figures, high six figures, he ain't have to sit there settle for her. But her mentality, she still has just enough okay body that she thinks she can control the young males because they're easy to control. And so anything dealing with older males that know who they are is toxic masculinity. And Tracee Ellis Ross don't like that. That's fine then. She wants that young male, that's fine. But the hypocrisy is demonic. Tracee Ellis Ross can date younger males. What I showed earlier, she's saying that she said she can date, she likes younger males and then calling them hot and gorgeous or hot and something, or they're hot. Those younger males. But black, she wouldn't call creepy. She wouldn't call, a perv. But black males in their 40s or 50s or older, and they get with somebody younger, legal age, they're called creepy. Do you understand? Don't get me wrong. People like the Vivica Fox and the Tracee Ellis Ross and the Taraji P. Hensons and like the Cree song I was about to show you, they know how they sound. But they know it's not enough males, especially not enough black males in certain position to call her bullshit ass out. Right? Because that's hypocrisy. Tracee Ellis Ross can say she dates younger males because she can control them. Calls them hot looking, right? Gorgeous. I'm going to give you an example. But that's not creepy. Black males that, late 40s or 50s or 60s, the ones that date younger women, they're creepy and they're pervs. You see the hypocrisy. Let's look at Cree Summers. This is last video. Cree Summers, again, in a different world. Nice looking woman then of I think biraciality, or what we call wink wink Native American, whatever that's supposed to mean, because they're black natives. And in the early 1900s, the one that was black natives, they were reclassified basically and put them inside the Negro black category because there are black natives out there. Right. But there's some people out there that don't like that reality. Right. The black natives were reclassified under black category. Right. But at the same time, some of the same people, they won't talk about the $5 Indians and tell them they're not real Indians. Right. They don't do that. They won't tell them that we call $5 other Indians, Native Indians, the one who do this. Hey, stop talking about the white man took your land. You said that's another game in itself. But to get reparations, but black folks can't get reparations for all the hell they've been continuously going through. But I don't go into all that. But I make the point at Cree Summers because I think of somebody of native tribe, I think, or biraciality or something. But let me show you what Cree Summers was talking about now that she's older. Now she wants to sit there and be able to do her little thing even more too. Hypocrisy is very real on this.
Friends, and I liked the respect of being their friends, and I didn't want to cry all the time. And so I was a very late bloomer. My first real boyfriend was Kadeem on A Different World, so I was 19 years old. And I have always also taken my time. I've never been a one-night stand kind of girl, not because I don't want to. It's just not how I'm built. I remember trying it once and he was going down on me and I realized he thought my last name was Franks because my middle name is Summer. And that threw me off. I thought he doesn't even know my name.
She's not a one-night stand girl, but she did it before. Let's go.
I'd like him to get out of there. So I've always been just a little...
How did that come up while he was going down on you?
I don't know. It was the first thing I thought.
He's like, ooh, Miss Summers.
No. He kept saying Cree. And I was like, oh no, I think he thinks my last name is Summer. So I just wanted him to know it. It's actually Frank. But I've just always taken my time. And sometimes it hasn't been the best. I think just that little trepidation that I used to think was such a great thing. I think it's maybe not allowed me to experience things fully. And now in my 50s, I just don't care anymore. And
so she doesn't care anymore now. Translating, she wants to get with younger males more. Then you know what? So what? Her body, her choice. All right. She don't care. But again, black males, 40s, 50s, 60s, etc., they don't care. They don't want to settle. They know it's their body, their freaking choice. A black male's body is a black male's choice. A black male's money is a black male's choice. A black male's private part is a black male's choice. Who he sleeps with, who he talks with, right? Who he wants to sit there and just get to know. A younger woman, legal age, if he so choose. That's his body. That's his damn choice. And they know it's just not enough black males to sit there and put these little hypocrites of the Sister of Chaos members and these little black feminists, right? That think they're white feminists, right? Instead of telling these little Sister of Chaos members, you damn sure don't have a right to tell the black male who he should be with, who he should get into these intimate relationships with if he so chooses to also. As long as she's legal, you don't tell a black man who the hell he should sleep with, or who he should get with, or who he should just have good company relations with. Who the hell does somebody think they ought to tell a black man who he should be with? Who the hell do some of these Sister Cast members, the Tracee Ellis Ross, the Taraji P. Hensons, the Vivica Foxes, etc., who the hell they think they ass are to tell black males and of these other Sister of Chaos members, right? To tell black males who get a chance to travel to these other different countries, right? To experience other different cultures' life, to sit there and see that particular area of that particular globe or those islands, etc., right? This is just one life to live. Even though America has a lot of beautiful places to go visit, right? It is still something different when you go away from the States to other countries and other islands and different things like that. Depending, right, where you're going. And if that black male or black man sees some women from that culture, from the other country or that island, and they so choose to get with them, so the hell what? It is their damn right to talk to who the hell they want to talk to. And there's not enough black males to tell these Sister of Chaos, piss off. You don't tell them who to damn date. You don't tell them who to sit there and have relations with. Piss off. Tracee Ellis Ross can sit there and sleep with younger males, and she sitting there said that with the Michelle Obamas and whatever the other person's podcast. I don't know if it was whoever he was. Can't remember what he was. And so they're telling however millions of people who listen to that, right? Oh, she sleeps with younger males. What? And she's not considered a perv or a what is it? A perv or a what do you call it? A creep? The hypocrisy is real. And here it is, Cree Summers. Now she's in her damn 50s. Now she's sitting there like she's basically free. Now she feels like she wants to date more, in so many words, younger people. Because a lot of older guys, look, Cree Summers is pretty much past her time too as well. Right? And again, they think older, especially black males. And now there are some ones that have a lack of self-confidence, just like some ones within certain parts of Palami's culture. There are ones that will settle for this, right? For her economics, right? But the black males are certain ones within Palami's culture who they're making that kind of big time money. They ain't gonna settle for this. Why? What is she gonna offer now in her 50s or 60s? And especially if she has a high body count. And they don't like that kind of truth.
And
why you don't care anymore? Why you don't care anymore? They all don't, when they reach their 50s, 40s, they don't care anymore about anything. Because you're washed. That's why. Been through the spin cycle so many times. What is there to care about? Right.
Feeling things I've never felt before and trying things I've never felt before. There's a freedom now that I never had as a
freedom,
not even in my 40s. And I think I don't care anymore. This is such a dangerous town sometimes with the beauty ideals and not allowed to be old. And I spent a lot of my time being hemmed up in vanity. And now that I
Oh, hold on for a second. I got to go back. Hold on. I got to go back. I clicked on the wrong button.
perfect.
Understood.
And now I'm
Understood.
55. You really can't, it is where it is. I've nursed 2 babies. And,
Wow,
you
I
know,
love that.
and there's just something about loving the way it looks and loving the way it feels now at last that's helped my sexuality.
Oh, can you paint me a picture of what that looks like?
Oh my goodness.
Is there a moment that you can take me into?
Well, I think I'm learning that I didn't know that I like things so slow. I think I didn't know that eye contact was the most important thing to me. I never knew that I wanted to look at someone all the time or be looked at, be seen so deeply. That really turns me on. I have to hit my mic. That turns me on. And also, I like to be choked a little bit.
I love that the first part was sensual and loving.
And then it just goes,
Yeah.
I never knew I would like something like that. And now I think at this age, I would say, can you try this or, give that a try? And then I loved it. And I think I'm also a little more submissive than I ever thought I was.
No, you're not.
Sexually. Not anywhere else.
Here she said
Exactly.
sexually.
I'm also a little more submissive than I ever thought I was. Sexually. Not anywhere else.
But you see how fast she said. Tracee was like, no, hold on, no, I'm on submissive, a little bit sexual, that's about all. But anything else, oh no, I don't want no male, especially a black male, to tell me any damn thing. All right, see how that goes.
Exactly. She was married before, but she wasn't a wife. She was not a wife. That's what dudes need to understand. They're not wives. I remember doing a video a long time ago talking about the only time they're cool with being submissive is in a bed.
And again, the thing about it, and that was Cree Summers, right? She was nice looking too in herself when she was in her 20s, 30 something stuff too. Now she says she's in her 50s. She's past tense as well. And it's funny in the hypocrisy how you got people again like Tracee Ellis Ross, as you see on this image. She's not. Let me just play this Let me just play this again. I played this earlier again. I played it earlier. Did I do that? Hold on. Oh yeah.
Talked about this, that often I date younger men. And a lot of it is because
Let's stop on that, folks.
Oh my God, we had a
Several
great dinner.
snaps on that
we
one.
had a great dinner, by the way, where across the table, your husband goes, but why? And I said, well, maybe because I can.
I mean, just the hypocrisy of that. Just the slithering hypocrisy, audacity. Because I can date younger males. Right? And you see however host, however other people. Yeah. But at the same time, a black male, say his 40s or 50s or 60s, say the ones who date a younger legal age woman, be in America, be in another country away from America, he's called a creep. He's called a perv. He's just using those young women because they don't know any better, because they easy control, which is an insult to those women. Right? But at the same time, when the Vivica Fox can date younger, as I showed earlier, younger males, she wasn't called a creep. She wasn't called a perv. And you heard what's Tracee Ellis Ross, she's in her 50s. And she just said she dates younger males. But she's not called a perv. She's not called a creep. You see, it's hypocrisy.
Yes, Barish. This is what I'm saying. Tales from Tracy's.
It's fun. It's
Okay,
fun to share.
Tracy tale.
But
you date a
I'm
younger
sorry.
woman.
but one of the
Younger man.
reasons, though, that because I had to ask myself that question, I was like, what is this about?
Yeah.
Because I want a partner. And so often, and it's not just that I'm older, I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person who knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself the question, why? Why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous?
Now, that's the part I want to stop on this show. You see the creepiness and the perviness, how that sounds, right? Isn't it? Because if a black male was on the show like this, and he was a big time, anyway, her movies are okay. She is not some A-list actress whatsoever. She was able at the right time to get in certain positions. Her father was named Robert Ellis Rubenstein. Her mother's Diana Ross, the iconic Diana Ross of the Supremes. And she went off to do a solo career. Actress, doing her thing. The hypocrisy with this is that Diana Ross had also, 5 kids with 3 different men? Diana Ross had about 3 different men with 5 different children. And if Tracee Ellis Ross, if she had to pick Tracee Rubenstein, you best believe she would not got on those Blackish show. That was a high rating show. Right? She wouldn't have got into the Girlfriends sitcom show and whatever other place, being able to go within the Blackish scenario, because they damn sure ain't gonna allow her to go over there and play an Anglo woman. They be like, no, you need to know your damn place. So she basically damn sure was allowed to sit there and get in certain positions. Right? And she knows that. But her messed up ass mentality of the hypocrisy that they have, unfortunately, you can tell when some personnel that there have been men that still have allowed her to sit there and think she is a prize because she is okay looking still. Okay looking in her early 50s. Okay looking. But it's like, what is her hot body count about? And a man who's making millions of dollars in that industry or any other industry, or making a high 6-figure in other places, wherever it is not going to waste their damn time trying to get in a relationship with her. Not a reality thinking black male who's doing his thing. He would not get in a relationship with her. He'd be like, man, I'm going to settle for that. She's in her early 50s. However, her body count is not going to be small. Right? When I can sit there and get with how many women? And millions of women mixed in, from black women, from white women, numbers of Hispanic women, numbers of Asian women. And then if they want to go to another country, another island, right, they can have the uncalculable number of other women. Right? Of younger legal age women. But Tracee Ellis Ross type people, Vivica Fox type people, Taraji P. Henson type people, Cree Summers, what's in common as well? That they're in their 50s and 60 for Vivica Fox. And when they should have gotten into a relationship, a truly solid relationship, because how many relationships how many potential good males, be it whatever male predominant culture or some black male that they probably really should have been with, that how many they bypass on thinking that at that time that their looks won't fade. And they 50s, I don't know, like Vivica Fox. I mean, she's already passed now on that 60 something years old. I mean, her looks wise, 60 something years old. No. And there's very few exceptions of black women in their 60s that really look good like that, in their 60s like that. But then again, somebody can be like, what is their body count now? She's 60-year-old black woman. What's her body count? Right? But the point is, Tracee Ellis Ross in her 50s. Still don't look bad. But what is her non-small body count? Right? Taraji P. Henson. Not still, in her 50s, okay looking. Past tense now. Past her time frame of people gonna sweat her. That time is beyond past. Tracee Ellis Ross, she's past her time, but she has a few little, young cats sweating her, and that keeps her mind thinking that she's all that, right? Because she can control them and tell them what to damn do. Because an older 40s, 50s, 60-year-old male in that industry who's single, say if he's making millions, or if he's in sports making millions, or if he's sitting there, or even a six-figured male, he's still looking and saying, I don't give a damn how much money you make. You are still average. There are millions of better looking women than you that are younger. But that's creepy, right? Talking about younger legally. But that's creepy, right? For a 40, 50, 60-year-old male to get with a young legal age woman, that's creepy, right? But Tracee Ellis Ross can say that she gets with younger males and it's, yay, you go, girl. Woman power. Black woman super magic. I know they call black girls magic, but that's kind of creepy too, right? But black woman's magic, all right? Do you see? That's hypocrisy. Oh, they best believe they know it. But they're so messed up in their mentality and short-circuiting and thinking that they are still all of that because they can control younger males. Okay, that's fine, whatever it is. The problem is, again, is that there's not enough older males within certain sections of Panamanian culture, and there's certainly not enough older black males in certain areas to sit there and tell them to go to Hades with that they don't control a black male's body, because a black male's body is the black male's choice. The black male's money is a black male's choice. A black male's private area is a black male's choice. And regardless who the heck a black male dates, an older black male, 40s, 50s, 60s, etc., ain't no sister of chaos member, no woman from within higher parts of Panamanian culture, no white feminism, list goes on, whatever it is, can tell a black male who's an older guy who the hell to date. Who the hell you got some of these women think they are that they're going to tell a black male, sister of chaos type ones, specifically more, with their hypocrisy, that people can date who they want to date, like Tracee Ellis Ross, multiracial kind of, in there, right? Sister of chaos members, Chip, whatever it is, can date younger male and tell people she can date younger males. They hot, gorgeous, wherever it is. That's not creepy, right? That's not perv sounding. But you see how they did the switchery with this. It's okay for them to date younger males when they want to date them. No one can't tell them shit. Because you can't tell a woman what to do with her body. You can't tell a woman who that she sleeps with. But a black male who's in his 40s or 50s or 60s, etc., he dates a younger legal age woman, then he's called a creep. He's a perv. What Tracee Ellis Ross is not called a perv for sitting there saying she sleeps with younger males or she likes younger males. They're hot, but she's not called a creep. Get out of here with that. And it's beyond tiring that numbers of males, and especially numbers of black males in certain higher positions, will not checkmate this kind of nonsense. I thank you for tuning in to the Real CP show.